The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to a Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Not too much. Enjoying the warm weather in Florida just like you, except on the other coast.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you listen on the internet right now?
Yes.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I enjoy that. That's in your Tiger TV and everything. I've been watching you for years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. Well, 5 days a week, we go 2 hours a day, we go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 151, NASDAQ off 57, S&P's off 24, gold contract up 13.50, trading at $1,555 an ounce. Silver down 66 cents at $35.88 an ounce. Platinum down $13 at $1,723 an ounce. Copper down 4 pennies at $4.36 a pound. Light sweet crude off $1.13, trading out at 95.07. Bonds up a point at 126.04. Dollar index up 88 ticks at 76.39. Euro down 23 ticks at 140, and the yen off 35, trading at 80.29. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, first off, we're going to benchmark. It's the 31st, which is the benchmark, folks. Well, you get a lot of different ones, but May 31st was the day that we did 1.5 billion. You know, we had come off the highs in May, 1370. First leg down took you to 1312. Then you had this explosive day on the way up, and we went to 1345 from 1331. Now, what you did there is that we did 1.5 billion. So after that point, it's like, okay, we got all the way down to the lows of March 16th, or close to the lows. The low is 1249. We hit 1258. Volume contracted. And when that happens, bottom line is that the acceleration on volume gave you a heads up that I wanted to go get tested. Well, sure enough. What does it do? It goes up there last Thursday. We test last Thursday on 800 million. See ya. Don't want to be ya. Now, what are we doing here? Well, bottom line, number one, it couldn't make it to the highs, which is the 1370. Number two, you got over the high, you had lighter volume, you closed underneath it. That says flat out, bottom line, now we're going back to the March 16th lows. You had 829 million today versus 771. Not a huge expansion in volume, by the way. Bottom line, it's enough, though. And when I say it's enough, what we will need as we get into, well, let's put it this way, depending whether you're a bull or a bear. If you're a bull, you want to see it contract ASAP as you start getting into the 1274 area. We're at 1319 right now. If you're a bear, I suspect, well, you need expansion with volume as we're getting into that level. What a larger setup, bullish and bearish, and I happened to do this morning, would be this. The bullish setup, if you're a bull out there, what you want to see it go straight down. Why? Because it'll lose its energy as it came down there the last time. So you'd want to see it go straight down. You see a contraction of volume. That would say, okay, we're still in the consolidation and have another shot to go back topside. That's the bull camp. The bear camp would be like this. The bear camp is that you had expansion of volume today. As you get closer to the lows, what I'd like to see, because I'm a bear, and the reason I'm a bear is that my take is that we've been basically consolidating here. All the lows are on volume. That's where it wants to go. And I'm going to show you something else, a couple other things today, even in Europe. Europe's already hit, well, it's happening all over the world, but we'll stay with the S&P for right now. So a bear case would be that you don't get to the lows this time on the way down. What you do is that you stop at approximately the 1300 mark, the 1295 mark, and you start going sideways. If you see that happen, And as we push into those lows versus, a smaller consolidation, that's building cause to go blow away all these lows. So we'll see where it shakes and bakes. Dow Industrials, what you have with the Dow out here? Dow gave it up today, 151 points. That's not the end of the world either for the Dow. Bottom line, you're still at 12,500. I suspect that's making its way back to the 12,075 to 11,800 mark. The composite. Now, NASDAQ composite, folks, not only came back hard, you had quite an expansion of volume on the way back. Well, it's not the end of the world, really. But we did do 1.7 billion shares. That is, set up right at this particular point that, well, you know what, we're going to make the charge for this at 25.99 level once again. You got to remember that the NASDAQ had gone from this 28.87 straight down to 2,600, and I suspect that's what you're going to see again. Now, let's go over to the U.S. dollar because it's all about the U.S. dollar. Deviant, oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. What does the dollar do today? Wide price spread, accelerated volume, has it all. At one point it was up a full point. We are up 86 cents right now. You're going into 35,000 contracts. You know how many we're going in with, folks? 35,000 contracts. You're going into a swing point, same volume. It's actually 350 more contracts. Bottom line is that 76.59 wants to be blown away. I suspect it's going to be making its way up to the 80 price point, and that just puts conniptions all over the marketplace. No two ways about it. We go over and you take a look at Italy. What you had with Italy is getting blown away. I mean, big time, too. It took out a B point, took it out with volume, folks. Italy's at 18,295 right now. What you did is that you did 1.5 billion versus the B point of 800 million, and it's a monster ABC down. And bottom line is, if you understand time in the trade, bottom line, these things work any market, anywhere, anytime. They all work the same, and it is an absolute mind blower. This is one market that's coordinated, folks, and it's already happening in Europe. We had the Hang Seng down last night. For all the folks that think the euro is going to take over the world, well, let me tell you, the euro is dead meat. The euro right now is at $1.40. You're coming into $1.39.70. Once that baby breaks, we hit a 139.87. That 139.70 breaks, you're going to be down at 134 in about a heartbeat. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? Let's go to Dell in Riverview. Hey, Dell, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. I get your newsletter. I made some money today.
That's a beautiful thing. Thank you for the business. I appreciate it.
My wife and I work together. She retired last year, and she sews, and she sits in the room beside me.
Okay, cool.
And she's been asking me about a stock called New Skin, symbol NUS.
Okay, let's take a look. New Skin, folks, is a direct selling multi-marketing company. The low is 25, the high is 39, the PE is 20. They make $1.87. Now, is she selling New Skin products?
No, she's not.
Okay, she's just interested in the deal. Okay, so let's take a look at it. We put this on a weekly. She's a good technician. You got an ABC up here. Okay,
looks
so
like we got another $4 in it here, maybe. Huh?
Yeah, no, it does. Okay, so this is what it did, folks. You have a B point out there of $33.75. That B point was established April 23rd, the week of April 23rd. So that's your B point. Your A point is, look at this, it's a monster too. $8. I'm just going to ballpark this, okay? 8. So that's $25. 25. Man, there's more than that in it. 25, 35, 45, $48. Okay, so the larger ABC up is $48, and it did break the B point May 6th with volume. We did 7.7 million versus 5.2. So what did I say, $48 there, right? Well, if she's looking to buy it, this is what you have. So when you finish one ABC, which this is a large ABC, Dell, okay? So
yes.
You'll have some kind of consolidations in the middle of it. You don't do a 25-point ABC up or down on a stock that's only 38 without some consolidations. If she doesn't own it, I'd be buying it around 36.54 at the bottom of that consolidation. It looks to me like today it just couldn't handle the very top of it. But this is a strong stock. This is a strong stock.
She will be glad to hear that.
Okay,
now I'm
man.
going to have to buy some for her.
There you go. Okay, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's take a look at some of the high-volume stocks we had out here today. You had level 3 was down 10 cents. Oh, you want to see one, folks? This is Stillwater Mining. And you talk about an equity, folks, that has a personality. Now, I get this equity in the gold report. We've had it in there forever. And I'll tell you, this equity is a personality beyond belief. Now, so check it out, folks. It's down. It was down, let's see, 30% today. More than that. $5.26. But if you get the gold report, you know that even when the stock was at $24, I'm saying it's going to $18. And sometimes, I even write these, folks. Okay, I'm looking at myself, and of course, I'm talking to myself, saying they're going to think I'm insane. Well, bottom line is that this thing goes to $18.46 in one day, but it's not done. Don't go buy this thing yet. Okay, this equity. When I talk about stocks with personalities, folks, this equity has a personality, no doubt. And what's really strange, I can tell you this. I caught into personalities, and stock personalities I'm talking about, in about 1996. And what blows my mind is this about them, is that you can have a change in management, you can have a change in stock ownership, you can seem to have a change in just about everything. And once stocks actually get personalities, that's how they trade. This is one of them. So this equity here, okay, if we bring this equity back, what you're going to see is that, and you're going to see a situation from highs to low. Now, what does that, first off, let me tell you what this equity does, okay? This equity is they have a mine in Montana, okay? And they refine palladium, platinum, and the thing that's wild is this, is that at one point you had, what was the name of the company? Norilsk Nickel, which was they were the largest commodity company in Russia. They owned the whole thing. Now they've been pushing it out. Before that, what you had is that you had a couple of operators on it, and they were pushing the stock out. Well, bottom line is this: is that if you get the stock right, it's cool. But if you want to see some volatility, man, this is insane. So if you go back to 2003, stocks at 225, goes up to 18, comes back to $6, goes up to 22. Check it out, and goes back to $1.76. 22 to $1.76, up to $25. Now ASAP back to 18. Okay, what you want to do with this equity, folks, is let this baby's going to try to actually get into about $12, which is just a total mind blower. But down at those levels, that's where you want to get hungry. Today what happens is it blew out huge volume, 21 million shares, and what that's about is that they're announcing an acquisition. The bottom line is that don't touch this thing right now. But at lower lows and lower than you think it can get, yeah, you're going to want to be all over it. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We just had Alcoa come out with numbers. Alcoa closed at $15.91. It's trading $15.91. And bottom line is they missed their numbers by a penny. We're going to be right back.